Everything is going to fall apart at some point. Everything will fall apart and you'll say, this is it. This is how it ends. You can either accept that or start working. That's all it takes. You just begin. Nothing changes unless you start doing things differently. Change the junk food you eat. Change the time you get up. Change what you do first thing in the morning. Change how you spend your time. That's what you must do. If you don't change anything, nothing will improve. I asked Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. When you show up, there's always a chance something good might happen. It was a life or death moment. Either you live or you don't. Which one do you want, Tom? That choice is the same in the business world and in the gym. But if you want something badly enough, you can't let anyone tell you it's not possible. Not even yourself. I'll say it again. If you really want something, you can't allow anyone, including you, to say it's out of reach. If you look around right now, it's about 3 a.m. and there's no one around. No cars, no people. It's empty. We're not living by the clock. Just because the clock says it's 10 p.m. doesn't mean it's bedtime. Just because it's 9 to 5 doesn't mean that's the only time you can work. That's nonsense. If you're tossing and turning in bed and can't sleep, get up. Maybe you didn't work hard enough to earn that rest. At 2 a.m., no one is around. I can yell at the top of my lungs. I can get in more real work here than most do in a week. Life will try to make you bitter. Getting older can make you bitter, because as you age, you gather so many painful experiences that you stop expecting anything good. After a while, if someone knocks on your door, you expect the worst. Be careful not to become bitter. Your struggles will either make you better or break you. We don't grow wise with age. We grow wise through pain. You learn from your wounds. You grow through what you go through. But only if you're willing to go through it. I don't care if you're broke, sick, alone, or lacking support. Don't give up on your dream. Coach, do it. Don't stop. Don't you dare quit. It might take twice as long. You may need extra classes. You might not read fast. You might not move fast. You might have less than others, but still, don't quit. It's way easier to give up, but it takes strength to be excellent. It takes courage to be smart. It takes strength to be wise. Because when you become all that, people will criticize you, say you changed, say you're different, but you need guts. You need to dig deep and push through again and again. You have to believe in yourself. Believe in your skills, your thoughts, without a doubt. It's tough. It's very tough, but it's worth it. No matter what the price is, I'm going to do it. And if this is the price I must pay, then fine. I'll pay it. Living your dream isn't easy. Reinventing yourself is hard. Staying focused on your goal isn't simple. Being happy while surrounded by negativity is tough. Removing toxic people from your life isn't easy either. And when you fail again and again, it's not easy to get back up, but it takes bravery to look at yourself and say, no, this isn't the life I want, and I can change it. That's not simple. You have to already decide your why before the storm hits. You've got to decide before the exam, before the challenge. You need to see success before it arrives. Be excited. Be strong. Be positive. You can choose your mindset. You can be cheerful or sad, a winner or a loser. Well, I've made my choice. As long as I'm breathing, nobody's going to make me stop. Nobody will make me give up. Nobody can bring me down. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be happy. It's my time. And it will happen. You're here for a reason. Be ready. Because if you're not, that's your fault. People who always talk about work-life balance often fail at both. Passionate people put their drive into everything and just call it living. That's how it is. What you need is something I've always said: brutal work ethic. You must outwork every single person on earth. You see that reflection in the mirror, that's your biggest opponent. Every time you step into life's arena, that's who you fight. I believe that in boxing, and I believe that in life. People have different levels of drive and mindset. Some are ruthless competitors. You have to change how you think. That's what decides where you go in life. We are all where we are because of our own thoughts. If you don't like where you are, start thinking differently. Your attitude changes your altitude. Doesn't matter how rough things are. Doesn't matter where you came from. Doesn't matter what your parents did or what your teachers said. You can start expecting to win. This is my path. No one chooses how I live. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. This is your path too. You're not a victim. You can still win. but you've got to work like you mean it. You can work through it, or you can let it crush you. So what if your mom said you couldn't? So what if your dad laughed at your dream? So what if a teacher said you didn't have what it takes? You don't live in their world. You live in your own. Walk with confidence. Expect success. Expect wealth. Expect health. Don't care what the doctor says. Expect it. That's why it happens. You must believe it before it becomes real. What do you do when you're ready to give up? When you feel like you can't go another step? When you're ready to leave your marriage, quit your job, abandon your dream, give up on your health? What do you do when you're completely empty and you're alone? What do you say to yourself? Impossible. Stop talking like that. Stop cursing and start believing. The only thing standing between you and what you know you're meant to do is you. Nobody can stop you. You're the only one who can hold yourself back. So stop speaking like a victim. Stop thinking like one. Stop acting like a victim and walk straight into your future. Step into it. You're sitting there, hoping things will magically improve. You've got to work. It's not going to fix itself this moment. This is your chance. Where do you begin? Doesn't matter. Pick a point and start. We can begin turning everything around right now by just standing up. Every day looks the same, feels the same. Now it feels like this might never end. Now it feels like these chains won't ever come off. This storm may never pass. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many losses you've taken. What if you never reach your goal? If I don't, I've still enjoyed the path. That's fine. But you have to decide that no matter what, you're going to do it, that you're worthy, that you want it and won't settle for less. You feel like giving up. You feel like collapsing. You feel like turning around and following the crowd. You'll question yourself. You'll wonder, is this even worth it? All of that turns you into a different kind of person. Face the rejection, go through the struggles. That's how you grow. That's how you improve. That's how you start to really value what you gain. When you chase a dream, at some point you change. And what really matters is who you become while chasing that dream. Because even if you never reach it, you've become stronger, wiser, and more confident, ready for whatever life throws next. You've learned how to deal with challenges. You can enter a new field and not even skip a beat. When you figure out who you are, you begin to understand that you have the power to take charge of everything around you. But the only way to realize that is by going through life's battles. When you're getting rejected over and over, don't say, "Today was terrible." Say, "Today built my character." What did you learn? What did that day teach you? You can't waste your energy stressing over mistakes. If you spend the whole day thinking about what went wrong, you're stealing time and energy from what you should be doing. You're not moving toward where you should be going. You need to keep pushing despite the critics. Ignore them like they don't exist. Sometimes you lose everything just to realize that you never needed it in the first place. Sometimes you lose what you thought you needed so you can gain something better. Your biggest failures can lead to your biggest comebacks. Sometimes to get more, you have to let go of some things. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. You've got to chase something that's just out of reach, something that forces you to stretch, to leap. You may jump and miss. You might fall and get hurt, but you keep trying, and soon you'll jump higher. You begin to push yourself. You accept that you'll never fully solve everything in life. There are always going to be trade-offs. If you're not ready to make those trade-offs or don't stay open to them, you're going to face serious trouble. But if you understand that putting more focus on one area means you may have less for another, you can handle that. You can't do it all at once. So remember, no perfect solutions, only trade-offs. That's why most people never go anywhere. Most people can't choose one direction and stick to it. They see too many options, freeze, overthink, and then time slips away. So it's crucial to choose a path and follow it. Commit to it like there's no way out. Tell yourself, I have no choice but to finish this. When I don't feel like working, I remind myself, if I don't do this, I'll end up digging ditches. That might not be true anymore, but I still say it to myself. That's how I stay focused. Pick something and go all in. Go deeper. You'll discover parts of yourself you didn't know existed. Talents you never knew you had. I don't know everything. I haven't achieved all my goals. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm still learning, still improving, still trying to get better. You've got to stop complaining. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Don't focus on what others are getting. Focus on what they're doing. If you start doing what they're doing, you'll start getting what they're getting. Life won't give you what you want. It gives you what you earn. Even if you can't see any hope, even if nothing around you supports your belief, even if no one else thinks you can succeed, even if the odds are against you, say to yourself, no matter how tough it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Just because it's not working right now doesn't mean it can't work. It means your current method isn't working. That's your signal to get creative. Go back and rethink things, get advice, get guidance. Figure out the adjustments you need to make to get on track. How do you know you can succeed? Because others have done it. That means it's possible. And what you must do is follow the process. Learn the system. Study the people who have already made it and do what they're doing. It will work. There are times when the pain feels overwhelming. The struggle feels too heavy. You wonder if you'll ever feel whole again. And the world will try to convince you that if you're under pressure or feeling small or stuck in discomfort, you should give up. Let go of that dream. Don't bother trying anymore. You're stuck in this neighborhood forever. Your mom's broke, you're broke, and now the thing you thought would change your life has collapsed. If your dreams are big, failure is part of the journey. What matters is how quickly you get back up. If you want great results, you've got to work for them. And if you're not willing to work hard, you're not going to get anything truly valuable. Greatness isn't reserved for a lucky few. It belongs to the ones who keep chasing their dreams every day. It comes down to your mindset. Do you want to be average? Do you want to be like everyone else, just walking around without purpose? Your confidence drops. You start believing the lie that you're not capable. But it's only happening because you're tired and worn down. So what do you do when you hit a wall? When your plans fall apart? When things take way longer than expected? When it's harder than you thought? That's the test. That's where real growth happens. In that dark place where life pushes you hard, that pressure, it's shaping you. That struggle, it's where you find out who you really are. Being under doesn't mean it's over. If you're feeling under pressure, undervalued, or under attack, don't believe what it looks like. That loss, that disaster, it's not what it seems. Sometimes you have to take a step or two back just to move forward again. You might have to get a side job to stay afloat. That's okay. You're not the only one. It happens to all of us. It won't destroy you. It'll just show you who you really are. During those times, something inside of me always whispered, don't stop, don't give in, keep going, hold on. It might not happen when you want it to, but hear this, if you give up, it'll never happen. If you stop, if you quit, if you let it beat you, then it's over. But if you keep going, if you hang on, you'll see it come to life. I didn't get here through perfect grades or special training. I made it because I refused to give up. So now what? You've come this far. Just to quit after all the pain, you already suffered enough. Why not make it count? This moment you're in, it's just for now. It won't last forever. There's no rule that says if someone is down today, they're down for good. No one knows, how do I figure this out? How do I make it happen? I always believed that if others were out partying and I stayed home studying, I'd get ahead. You feel me? If people were out getting wasted the night before, I knew I had an edge if I didn't do the same. That's just how I've always been. I'm someone who believes in putting things off now for something better later. That's how I'm wired. I've always thought like this. I'll party later. I'll grind hard right now so I can do whatever the hell I want in the second half of my life. That's always been my mindset. I'm not going to waste my early years messing around, only to struggle later thinking about how I'm going to survive, how I'll provide for my family, how I'll take care of the people I love. That's not me. I'm grinding now. You get what I'm saying? I'm building my base right now so I can enjoy life later on. And whatever excuse we usually give ourselves at the beginning for why we can't do something, there's always someone out there who had it even worse and still made it big. Not just succeeded, but became world class. So what does that tell you? It means it's absolutely possible. And the only thing it really takes to get there is effort. Life is going to bring you pain that you didn't ask for. Your parents are going to pass away. People you love will die. Your relationships will break apart. Your body may fail you. Illness might come. You might lose everything. Bad stuff will happen that's outside your control. The only way to get ready for that kind of pain is to go through pain you choose. Voluntary pain. If you don't show up, you already know how it ends. You won't get that job. You won't land that role. You won't get that girl. But when you do show up, you create a chance. A window opens. And how hard do you go when you show up? That determines how fast that opportunity turns into something real. That's on you. But I give you credit for even being here. I respect that you're watching this. I hope you apply this to your training. You'll see the results like I did. You'll grow to love it, even though it's tough, it wears you out, and you're soaked in sweat. That suffering becomes a tiny cost you pay every day for a much bigger reward. A better life. You only get one life. Too many people walking around out here don't even realize how gifted they really are. I'm talking serious talent, natural skills, power that they need to shape, to sharpen, to take control of. And they're just walking around glued to their phones, not knowing how powerful they truly are. If you're still breathing, it's all mental. It's in your mind. As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give in, as long as you don't walk away, you haven't failed. Maybe you stepped back for a moment. Maybe you pulled away for a second to catch your breath and come back stronger. That's not failure. That's regrouping. That's strategy. As long as you're not dead, you're not defeated. What you've done is learned. You've gained wisdom. You've grown. I'm still working on changing my life. I'm still becoming who I'm meant to be. I don't care how crazy it seems. I don't care how tough it is. I don't care how much it hurts. I'll push my way through it. I just want you to focus on what feels impossible, and one day you'll laugh at what used to feel impossible. You'll look back and ask yourself, how did I ever think that couldn't be done? You'll wonder why you ever doubted. You're close right now. You're thinking of quitting. You've come too far. You've already made it through most of the way. You're just a few steps from the end. Hold on. But this is my 6th time trying. Then make it the 7th time you win. Don't walk away with nothing after all the hell you've already survived. You better take something from all that pain. You're 100 yards away. You can literally see the finish line. Don't quit now. Don't stop. You're so close. Pain doesn't last forever. Every path that leads to success has pain along the way. It's never easy, but I want you to feel that pain running through your body, and when that pain leaves, success comes in its place. When you're young, you think there's so much time, but there's not. Time isn't endless. One of the signs on the gym wall says, there is no tomorrow. That's from Rocky 3. Your brother, your mom, your friend. They're all going to say the same thing. You've changed. You're doing that again. Oh, you're trying something new now. They'll roll their eyes, but it's not about them being right or wrong. It's about what if they're wrong. And you were right all along. Without tough days, your story would be boring. There's no honor in overcoming nothing. If life is always easy, what are you even overcoming? A flat, gray, dull life that's not inspiring. Every day when you wake up, hold yourself to your own mission, not someone else's. Make your own mission statement. What do you want your life to be about? Once you know that, you can work with someone to help you grow. You can help yourself get stronger. But until you know what you want to live for, you'll always just sit back. You'll never stand tall for anything. When it's crunch time, I'm not asking myself to do something I've never done before. I've already done it thousands of times. So when that moment comes, I know what I can do. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not so good at. And that's why when people think I'm calm or cool under pressure, it's because I've already done the work. So doing it one more time isn't a big deal. It's crazy how many people want to be great but still want to fit in. They want to stand out while staying average. You can't be both. Being normal means you're aiming for normal results. Normal effort gives normal outcomes. If you want something special, you have to be different. You can't copy everyone and expect something better than what they have. That doesn't work. Don't get stuck living your life based on other people's beliefs. Don't let their opinions shut down your inner voice. And most of all, be brave enough to listen to your heart and your instincts. Deep down, they already know what you truly want to become. Everything else doesn't matter as much. Whatever you do, you're all in. This life is going to end anyway, so why not play the most incredible game you can while you're still here? What else are you doing that's better than this? Why not chase after the highest thing you can do? Maybe that's how you stop feeling lost. Maybe that's how you prove to yourself that your life matters. Wait a second. He can't be successful. Remember all that dirt he came from. Look at the stuff he did. People will say stuff like that. They'll try to drag you back. Like crabs in a bucket, they'll try to pull you back into the mess you climbed out of. That's what most people do. They want to see you stuck with them. But I don't care what you did 10 years ago. I don't care what mistake you made yesterday. You just need to keep moving. That's all. That's how you grow. That's how you become who you want to be. But you have to fight through it. Use that pain to push yourself forward. Don't stop now. Don't give in. Keep going. Don't let it break you. If you make it past this storm, what's waiting on the other side is incredible. At the end of that pain is your reward. At the end of that pain is your promise. So stop crying about it and use that energy to push through it. When you're going through something, keep your head high. When you make a mistake, lift your head up. When everything goes wrong and life hits you unexpectedly, stand tall. Sometimes you think you know how it's going to end, but what if it's not finished yet? What if it's still just the beginning? What if your best days are still coming? No one gets it right the first time. People who succeed just see failure as something temporary. You can't have a comeback without facing setbacks first. You don't know how strong you are until life puts pressure on you. You don't know how much pain you can take until people you trust walk away from you. You don't know how brave you are until you're stuck in chaos, struggle, and tough times. When everything goes wrong, that's when you find out who you really are. How many times do you need to hear it? If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You say, I can't. Seriously, you just said you can't. No, that's wrong. You will. A lot of things are going to surprise you. You're going to mess up. You'll fail many times. You'll feel lost. You'll have moments when you don't know what to do. That's all part of growing up. That's what it means to try and learn, because hard times are going to come. They always do. Life is going to hit you from nowhere. Sometimes the person you thought you'd spend your life with asks for a divorce. That's life. It's the panic and the pain that break you twice. First, because you didn't see it coming, and second, because it shook your world. But when you're going through hell, what do? You don't stop there. You really want to live there forever? No, you keep moving, step by step, one foot after the other. If you fail at first, congratulations, you're just like everyone else. That's normal. Every day when you wake up, life is waiting to punch you in the face. Maybe you walk downstairs and your car has a flat tire. Maybe you're already late. There's always something. Life will throw all kinds of chaos at you. And you need to be ready. You have to face it. You can't curl up in a corner. You can't hide. You can't run. You've got to face it head on. Every single morning when I get out of bed, I gear up like I'm going into battle. It takes extra energy to get going in the beginning, and a lot of people will say you're not going to make it. And at first, they're right. You're not going to see results right away. Maybe even a month later, nothing big happens. That's okay, they're judging too soon. What if everything you've been through has a bigger purpose? What if your fight is breaking a pattern that's existed for generations? Life, in the end, isn't just about what happens to you. It's about what you do with what happens. It's not about what others say your life should be. It's about what you make of it. That's the truth. Don't let anyone destroy your dream. Just hang on to it. Even when it doesn't make sense to anyone. Not even to you. Hold on anyway. When you're down low and life wants to keep you there, it takes everything you've got to keep going. But you must grab your will and say, I'm going to push myself. Some mornings I literally have to drag myself out of bed and say, come on, let's go. You've got to learn to talk back to that voice in your head. You have to stop that voice that keeps talking all day long. Around 85% of what that voice tells you is negative. It says you're tired when you're not. It says you can't do it when you actually can. It fills you with fear, so you've got to pay attention to it. And when you hear it, stand up to it and say, I'm doing this anyway. I'm scared, but I'm more scared of not trying. I won't let you stop me. This isn't about if you can make it to the next level. It's about when. When are you going to rise up? Don't worry about the if. Deep down, you know you can do it. You know you have it in you. You know you've got what it takes to level up. So stop asking if. It's just a matter of when. I had to keep going. I had to push myself. I had to remind myself, you've got this. That means you need to believe it's going to happen. You're going to pass this test. You have to stop living by other people's version of reality. Walk in your own reality. Don't live in someone else's limits. Just because they can't do it, just because they can't picture it, doesn't mean you can't make it happen. I believe in it. I expect greatness. I don't look for anything else but success. Failing is not even on the list. You've got to be patient. You've got to be able to wait through the hard times, hold on and keep holding on. This isn't over. Don't write me off yet. That strength you're building, that's what will get you through.